Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tech Tuesday. I want to thank you for joining today's webinar reviewing the latest in QuickBooks Online Updates presented by Out of the Box in partnership with Intuit. Today's presenter is Tony Martinez, Channel Account Manager at Intuit. Tony brings more than 15 years of QuickBooks knowledge with him. Having been recognized as a top performer at Intuit year over year, Tony plays a critical role in helping Intuit strategic partners of all sizes grow through marketing and sales efforts. Tony has spoken at a number of Out of the Boxes webinars, and he's always a favorite. His expertise is unrivaled, so we encourage you to engage with him with any questions you might have. As for me, my name is Jeanette Schwartz-Rattan. I am the Director of Marketing here at Out of the Box, and I'll be your moderator for the day. Just a few housekeeping items before we get started. This session is being recorded, so you don't have to take any notes. We will post it to our YouTube channel and share it with you in an email after the fact so that you can dive in a little deeper, review it, send it to colleagues, etc. We have reserved some time at the end of the hour for questions. I don't think this presentation is going to take the full hour, so there should be plenty of time. But if there's something that Tony's covering that you have an immediate question about, feel free to chat those to us in the Q&A box, and we will try to address those in real time as well. A little bit about Out of the Box, if you haven't joined us before, maybe it's been a while. Here at Out of the Box, our mission is to empower entrepreneurs with the QuickBooks-based financial tools, services, and insights they need to thrive. Out of the Box is the premier choice for QuickBooks accounting services, boasting over 30 years of experience and a track record of exceeding the expectations of more than 50,000 satisfied clients. Our comprehensive accounting solutions save you time and money while providing you with the financial accuracy, security, and insights necessary to grow your business. As an elite QuickBooks solution provider, we are able to offer you exclusive discounts and pricing. So please be sure to connect with us before you purchase your Intuit products. With that, I believe I've covered all of our housekeeping items, so I am going to stop sharing now and hand it off to Tony.
Thank you, Jeanette. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever in the country that you actually are. I'm actually based out of Tucson, Arizona. So thank you for that wonderful intro. I'm actually Out of the Box's partner development manager as well. So I work with the team daily. So if you guys have any questions regarding this presentation or just Out of the Box or QuickBooks in general, I'm happy to help get connected with everybody and make sure that all your questions get answered. I'm going to... All right. I know we're all excited to hear about what's new in the QuickBooks world. So this is for what's new around QuickBooks Online for February 2025. I don't really need to cover this because Out of the Box did a great job of actually introducing my experience and my tenure here at Intuit. Again, I am their dedicated senior partner development manager. Been working with the team for multiple years. So just looking forward to the continued growth that we have together. In today's presentation, we'll talk about what's new in QBO first. So the three main features that I'd like to discuss is our shipping manager feature, the new bookmarks feature, and then there's a new advanced search feature that we've actually gotten a lot of really good feedback on this one. Previously, a lot of feedback of end user customers, partners were looking for this particular feature as well. So happy to say that it is active and alive today. Well, let's go over the online shipping manager first. So you can actually buy and print shipping labels for your customers directly through the shipping in all of QuickBooks. Once you're actually in the QuickBooks, it gives you the option to actually click on those links there. It'll go create shipping labels. It gets into your discounted carrier rates. So if you do have accounts, with FedEx, or if you have with UPS, that type of thing, it would actually give you those discounted rates. And it basically just provides you with that seamless invoicing integration. So this feature is available in QuickBooks Simple Start, Essentials, and in Plus. So it is in the QBO lineup. We will be sharing this deck with the recording as well, so you will have the opportunity to click on the how-to links and to learn more as well. Pretty easy to kind of walk through and set up yourself or for end user customers. But but those will be inside there for you too. Next is your bookmarks. You can actually, give me just 1 second, guys. I'm going to, sorry if I had some bandwidth issues with video today, so I'm just going to go off camera during the presentation, and I'll promise I'll come back once we wrap up the entire presentation here. So QuickBooks Online Pages. So from a bookmarking perspective, now you can bookmark your go-to areas in QuickBooks Online. When adding a bookmark, you'll see the suggested names for it, but you can always rename those, and you can save and edit later at your convenience. So very similar for those of you that are, familiar with using Google. If you use Google, you can always bookmark your things, and then you can kind of rename them, something that would keep it easy, top of mind, that you could actually reference back to, or you could just leave it what the suggestion is. You're no longer restricted to saving only certain QuickBooks items. So any page basically that has the left navigation bar visible, you can save that. So as you see, you've got that left navigation bar there. All of that you would actually be able to save and bookmark. So rather than clicking multiple times, you can actually just get what you need by just that dedicated bookmark. You'll be able to reach your most used QuickBooks pages with just one click versus actual multiple clicks, getting logged in, opening up that sidebar. Quick screenshot there, so that way you have visibility into what I'm actually referring to. So for those of you that perhaps maybe are not in QuickBooks Online yet, the user interface is a little bit different looking. So this basically is what you would see here as your bookmarks. I'm going to try to slow down as well, so I'm sorry. I'm going to apologize in advance because I do feel like I am talking fast, and I do talk fast. This one here, we've got the your advanced search for transactions in QuickBooks Online. So like I said, this one was definitely highly requested from previous users on feedback that they had provided to us. Partners had provided this feedback to us as well. So it's now even just simpler to find a specific transaction with the new modern interface that we've actually designed. It just makes it easy to carry out advanced searches. Whether you're looking for recent payroll expenses or checking if an invoice has been paid, you can apply the filters that you need to complete the more detailed queries. So as you can see there in your amount, then you have your amount, your minimums, your maximums that you would want to. You can actually say it equals or it's between. Let's say if I'm searching for something for, maybe it was lunch right there for $57.97, you can put anywhere from $50 to $65. And it would search that for you, just given that it's between those parameters. You can search by the line amount, the total amount. You can also search by the memo feature, the description, tracking numbers. There's tracking filters that you would be able to find these transactions more easily and more quickly within QBO. In addition to these in advanced filters, you can now resize them. You can customize, you can hide it. There's a sorting table with different columns and in the improved advanced search bar that just helps you find the data that you need. You can also change the height in the rows and alternate the different colors of the rows to personalize your search experience. So sounds very similar, right, to a lot of the customization that you probably used in Excel. I know all of us probably were born in Excel or had a spreadsheet. Still, I use Excel to this day to track and help with some of the finances, but it definitely helps to customize each row or just add additional color to personalize. And it's easier on the eyes as you kind of work through those processes. But again, here, screenshot, the left, you have your filter bar, but then on the right side, you would actually have what you see in the screen there, where the transaction type, the amount, your reference number, or if there was a particular contact, and then it would actually give you the filters that you can each drill down a bit more. Makes it really, really easy to do any types of searches in QuickBooks Online. If you have any questions on this, please let us know. Quite a few updates in QuickBooks Online Payroll. Wanted to take the opportunity to discuss organizational structure, automated taxes updates, anomaly detection, column order, and then we've got some workforce DD that we can talk about here too. So let's just jump right in. In a nutshell, clients using QuickBooks Online Payroll can now generate easy to read organizational charts and directories to help their employees better understand and stay in touch with like the broader team, right? So as you can see, you've got an org chart in here. This is something new within QuickBooks. So if you have different levels of users, that would actually be able to see who in your org chart. This is very helpful amongst mid-market, large businesses as well, or even just your small businesses, right? Seeing who reports to who, or basically what that actual drill down would look like. So the days of manually documenting your reporting structures are over. You know, a lot of folks had those pictures pinned up with titles and everything in your break rooms or in the hallways of your workforce. A lot of folks have moved to a remote environment, but this would actually give and help you with that. So your clients can also see this in the QuickBooks Online to see their organizational, what it actually looks like in a reporting standpoint. You can toggle between row by row, listing out all the employees, gives you just a more digital, more visual diagram of the organization. So you can adjust the org chart as needed, assigning or reassigning the roles of managers or direct reports, expanding, collapsing different layers of organization. Any changes basically are taking place within the QuickBooks workforce would actually reflect there. So as folks get promotions, kind of move up and down within the organization, you can quickly adjust those through Workforce. Here, you'll have some payroll taxes withdrawn when your tax liability increases, like at each payroll run, rather than at tax deadlines. This would actually give you during those each payroll run. So instead of processing payroll taxes in large amounts at the end of the tax period, you can, that really kind of disrupts business and kind of just surprises you. So to avoid all of those surprises at the end of it, you can actually have smaller amounts debited and more frequent. So withdrawals made towards your tax liabilities will reflect in your total tax liability as each withdrawal date actually happens. So as you can see here, it gives like your pay method and then your net pay, but it would actually give you those details on what the tax would. Um, in addition, any applicable payroll tax debits will also be withdrawn when you make your payroll corrections or have changes to your tax liabilities. So these updates will actually roll out to your QuickBooks Online payroll subscriptions. So you would actually have to have a payroll subscription. That way you can actually receive those updates from us. Um, Existing payroll subscribers will see these updates. You should have already actually seen these updates in October's release. So this actually was something that actually released, I believe, in September of 24 for us. So if you're an existing subscriber, you might have seen this update in September. If you're new to QuickBooks Online or if you're new to payroll, you would have actually seen that in October. If you are completely new or just kind of getting started as well, this basically will be one of the features that you would actually see upon launch and setup of your QuickBooks Online subscription. Here you can flag mistakes before running payroll with detection. So running payroll it's crucial, right? It's very, very crucial. It's the business's bread, and then it's also your end user customers, paychecks, and everything that we definitely don't want to mess with. So with QuickBooks Online Payroll, you now have the help of AI-powered anomaly detection, which uses AI to help flag payroll mistakes before payroll is ran. This feature helps identify errors in hours, data inputs for regular hourly pay type customers. So your mistakes basically can get detected and they're resolved basically real time before you actually start sending out direct deposits or before you start sending out checks. This keeps all of our employees happy and it avoids basically lost time, any money and inaccurate payments that you would have to go back and edit or cut an additional check for. This detection is active in all QuickBooks Online payroll. This is by default. However, you can just turn it off at any time, but it does apply. The feature only applies to payroll payments made for pay type regular hours. So for those of you processing payroll, I'm sure you understand what that means. But really cool update, just kind of helps with, it's very similar to spell check, right? A spell check before we actually send out that email to ensure accuracy in folks' payroll. Here you can now customize your column in order and change payment type in QuickBooks Online Payroll. So in the table on the Run Payroll page, you can reposition any column here, like your total hours, your salary, or if there's reimbursements. If you want the table to match your time tracking data, you can easily move any of the columns to the order that you actually prefer. So seems simple, but this one was requested as well. That way you can actually just customize your different columns in viewing. The table also includes pay method column. So this will actually list out how each team member will be paid. To change how each member is paid, you can actually select in the drop down of the pay method. And you could have paper check or you can have direct deposit, whichever basically speaks appropriately to your employee. All employees to edit their direct deposit info. This is in your QuickBooks Workforce. We had talked about a little bit, but in online payroll, direct deposit information is easier to manage. Each of your employees paid with direct deposit can now edit their own direct deposit information in QuickBooks Workforce. So rather than having HR print out a paper copy, and then them actually entering in their account and routing number and, possibly even supplying you with a check, just ensure accuracy. Your employees can actually do this on their own now, once they're actually logged in. This option is active by default, but again, like all of the features in the payroll, you can turn that off at any time. QuickBooks Workforce must be enabled for an employee to change their direct deposit information. So you would actually have to elect to and have QuickBooks Online Payroll active to have QuickBooks Workforce running appropriately, and then for your end user employee to have access through the mobile app. Getting enhanced payroll cost allocation for robust profit and loss insights. If you use QuickBooks Online Plus or Advanced, you can track and allocate your payroll costs with precision using QuickBooks Online Payroll, and it would actually have to be QuickBooks Payroll Premium or Elite and QuickBooks Time. So this detailed view of labor costs can help you make smarter decisions. During payroll processing, you can now track payroll costs by customer, project, or class, and it'll split the wages by multiple classes or projects within the same pay period. So this enables you to run more in-depth P&Ls reports, your classes, your projects, customers, accuracy, reflecting your total labor cost. So by implementing all of this tracking, you can now split wages into multiple classes or projects, including hourly or salary employees. You also have save time with team members, just recording hours, the specific classes, projects, all through QuickBooks Time. So these hours will directly flow into payroll with this added information. You can also use this information to help identify different mistakes while making paycheck corrections. So this kind of goes back to the AI implementation. Um, but also payroll taxes and contributions will automatically be allocated to the correct projects in class. This just gives you better visibility with your actual labor cost in your P&L reports. So again, this applies to QuickBooks Online Plus or Advanced, and with QBO Premium and Elite Payroll. So if you have any questions regarding any of those different levels of QuickBooks, definitely contact a representative out of the box. Happy to kind of go over the differences between those different levels of QBO subscriptions for you. Believe it or not, that is it. Kind of like Jeanette said, short and sweet today. We did, we had holidays this past couple of months as well, so a lot of updates and stuff too. Happy to see all of those slingshot into next quarter when we deliver and kind of go over our next what's new in QBO with out of the box.
Excellent. Thanks, Tony. We did have one question come in. Can you talk a little bit more about how specific you can get with roles and titles in payroll for the org charts?
Yes. So all of it being more customizable, so you would actually be able to drill down into it. It does have to be done in Workforce DD. So this could be something that our out of the box representative or even our Intuit payroll contact. So Out of the Box actually works directly with John Brakey. So John Brakey is a direct Intuit employee, but happy to show you and kind of demo what that would actually look like and the customization of that too.
Excellent. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
yeah,
Well, we don't have any questions just yet. So while we wait, I will put up our contact info on the screen. If you have any questions about any QuickBooks products, any of the updates that Tony reviewed today, we're happy to walk you through those, happy to get you a quote, happy to get you a demo. Just email us at hello@outoftheboxtechnology.com, or you can dial the number on the screen. Again, as I said previously, the recording will be shared with you later today along with the slide deck. And we still don't have any questions coming in. I'm happy to give you back another 35 minutes to your day. Thanks again, Tony, for joining us, for walking us through these excellent updates.
absolutely.
And again, if anybody has any questions, needs a walkthrough, a demo, we are happy to answer your questions. So please do reach out. And feel free to join us on our this webinar is quarterly. We do a quarterly QuickBooks Online update. So be on the lookout. It's already on our website for the April edition. And with that, I want to thank everybody for joining us. Thanks again, Tony. And
Thank
we'll
you.
talk to everybody soon.
Thanks, everybody.